Recently, Dr. Berg posted a video about water where he stated that water does not hydrate you. Another claim that he made that water does not flow passively in and out to and from the cell passively. I'm here to clear those misconceptions. However, this is not by any means an attack on Dr. Berg. I know that he is a very knowledgeable doctor, but I believe that we have different backgrounds. He's being chiropractic doctor and I'm being a medical doctor, thus we have different science backgrounds. I am more of a science guy where I go into deeper to the molecular level to break things down and give you a clear picture of how things works inside the body and to make you understand the complex things easily so you can make more conscious decision when it comes to your health and well-being. I believe that these are healthier discussions which brings more clear picture in front of you. You can understand everything better. Now let's get to water. Water has a very unique structure. Water molecule is made up of two gases, hydrogen and oxygen. Two hydrogen atoms are bind to one oxygen atom by a polar covalent bond. The polar covalent bond is important to know because that bonding which gives the water molecule a very unique structure, and that polar covalent bond make the water molecule or water as liquid, and this is the only structure which made this way gives a very unique benefits to the water molecule. And also keep in mind that water is the only compound which enters the cells in its total form as water. Now how the water molecule enter into the cell in and out both ways? It flow with osmotic gradient, meaning that there is a special channel on a cell membrane called the aquaporin through which the water molecule move in and out of the cells passively with no energy being spent, or there's no need for any carrier protein or anything of that nature for water molecule to go in and out of the cell. So I mentioned osmotic gradient. What osmosis mean is that when there is a hyperosmotic state, which means that there is more solute, for this discussion would be salt, because Dr. Berg mentioned that electrolyte is important to add into the water. So in electrolyte is mostly salt, and that's why if you ever taste electrolyte, it's very salty. Thus, when there is more solute inside the cell, it's become hyperosmotic state. So the cell wants to make the hyperosmotic state a more balanced osmotic state, and therefore it needs more water to move into the cell. Once we move more water into the cell, what happens is that the cell size become bigger, the cell swell, and if we keep doing that, then a phenomenon occur where the cell bursts, and that is called cell lysis, and that happens when there is too much water inside the cell. Similar thing happen inside the blood vessels, and so more and more water move into the blood vessel that pushes against the inner side of the blood vessel wall, and that basically increase the pressure inside the blood vessel and thus lead to high blood pressure. So those people already have high blood pressure, electrolytes become very dangerous for them because they already have high blood pressure, and adding more electrolytes to their blood vessels increasing the pressure even higher. Those who don't have the high blood pressure, but if they keep drinking electrolyte on regular basis, eventually they would come to this condition of high blood pressure or hypertension. Another point Dr. Berg mentioned is the hyponatremia. So hyponatremia and hypernatremias are the terms used for less or more salt inside the body. Hyponatremia or hypernatremia, in either case, those are conditions which are in very advanced disease processes where the kidney is unable to clear more water from the body, or the kidney is clearing more salt. Those are in a very advanced renal disease processes. So for normal individuals, those conditions are rare. Thus, the recommendation would be from a healthcare provider to drink pure water with no electrolyte being added. So stick to the purity of water. Don't add anything to the water, and that is enough for your hydration. Even those who are gym enthusiasts who like to work out and lose a lot of sweat in the gym or by a workout, you are still fine with pure water. Pure water is your best friend. Electrolyte basically is recommended in a high advanced dehydration or or dehydrated state, people who lost a lot of volume, a lot of water, or a lot of blood, and then the electrolyte would be recommended. But otherwise, pure water is the best thing to drink. Another thing that I want to touch upon, nowadays there's a lot of hype going on hydrogenated water and alkaline water. Alkalinity is something that which basically the pH of the water is too high, and that's when it enters. So our body like to keep, there is a system in our body called autoregulation, and autoregulation like to keep things in a balance. So there is a pH in our stomach that range from 1.35 to 3.5, and stomach like to keep that pH at all time. No matter what we do to it, stomach will bring the pH to that state. So when we drink alkaline water, it become maybe alkaline for a second, but the stomach then produce more acid to bring that pH back to that level and make it more acidic. Now the pH of the blood is a much alkaline, and that ranges from 7.35 to 7.42, but that naturally occur when the food or drink that we drink passes the stomach and go into the small intestines. From there, different things are being added to the water or to the food to make it more alkaline. So when it enter our bloodstream, it's suitable for that condition. So the blood like to keep the autoregulation, the pH at that range, where stomach like to keep it a more acidic, and that's the natural process of the human body. So no matter what alkaline and no matter how much expensive machine we use to make our water alkaline, it basically, that money is going down the drain. So don't waste your money on expensive machine to turn your water alkaline or to add more hydrogen to your water, because hydrogen basically get wasted in your stomach acidic environment as well. So my recommendation would be to stick to pure water. If you want to spend any money on the purity of water, basically find yourself a good filter to filter your water from any impurities such as chlorine, fluoride, and any other environmental toxin or impurities, and that would be my only recommendation. If you found this video helpful, please do share it with your friends and family and follow us for more. Thank you.